Hi everyone, my name is Mike and I am a self-proclaimed NFL lock specialist. I'm your guy whether you just enjoy the NFL or try to make a profit with betting, in Vegas, overseas, or even just for fun with the friends. I've been picking NFL teams against the spread since week 4, and up until since week 14 I have a winning record of 81, 62, and 2. And with the 3 locks I pick each week, my record is 24, 10, and 2. So now I'm just going to jump into start with week 15 and have it on record to help those who are interested in this lifestyle. Thursday night, tonight we have a great battle showdown in the NFC West. Arizona at St. Louis. Again, Arizona is a underdog. Why? They're 10-3. The St. Louis is 6-7. It's because of quarterback position. I understand St. Louis's defense is really good and high-powered, and their offense has shown up. In the last 2 weeks, they beat the Raiders 52-0, and then the Redskins 24-0. Excuse me. So Arizona's plus 4.5. Their defense is still there. They still have Patrick Peterson. They still have the Honey Badger, Roger, Larry Fitzgerald. I would actually take Arizona plus the 4.5 points. Arizona's fired up for this game, trust me. Next is the 1 o'clock games. Oakland on Sunday. Oakland at Kansas City. 3 hardest places to play: Kansas City, Seattle, and Oakland. And that's another showdown of the AFC West. Kansas City's in the playoff hunt in a wild card. They need this game, and I think that Kansas City will beat Oakland. So I'm going to take Kansas City minus the 10 points. The next game we have is Jacksonville at Baltimore. Baltimore is another team in the NFC North, AFC North, but in a playoff hunt with a wild card or to win a division. They're minus 13.5 points against Jacksonville. Jacksonville's horrible. They really are. They're just one of the worst teams in the league. I feel bad for them. I mean, they have Bortles and that the league kid from LSU, but other than that, they're horrible. I would take Baltimore minus the 13.5 points, or don't bet on it, but take Baltimore. Pittsburgh at Atlanta. That division is the worst division in the league, the NFC South. Man, I don't know who's going to win that division. I really don't care either. None of them teams should be in the playoffs if I was picking. But they have to pick one. So Pittsburgh minus 2.5 at Atlanta. I'm taking Pittsburgh minus 2.5. So you got next game, Texans at Indianapolis. J.J. Watt and Texans defense, good. Indianapolis offense, great. I don't bet really against Andrew Luck much. Take Indy minus the 6.5. Cincinnati at Cleveland. It's a pick. It's a pick. Why? Because Cleveland doesn't know how Johnny Football is going to play. It's his first game. Johnny Football starting this week. I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think he's going to win his first game, but I think he's going to stay in it. And since it's a pick, Cincinnati is going to win that game. Miami at Pats. Cameron Wake is my favorite defensive player for in the league for Miami. He's a nightmare to quarterbacks. But Miami tends to lose games like close to Green Bay, close to Detroit in the last seconds of the game, and they can't hold leads. I'm going to take the Patriots minus 7.5. Bucks at Carolina. Cam Newton will not be playing. Derek Anderson will be playing. So I don't know how that spread might change a little bit, but right now they're minus 3.5 against the Bucks. I still think with Derek Anderson, he's a good second backup quarterback. Carolina will win that game. Washington at New York Giants. The 2 bottom teams of the NFC East. Washington right now is on just a roller coaster. I would go with the New York Giants minus 6.5 and take the Giants. Packers at Bills. Bills defense is incredible. I mean, top 5, real good. They have Mario Williams, Defensive Player of the Week. But the Packers, as they put up points, the Bills don't put up points. So I could see Aaron Rodgers making that, and I would say it's going to be a blowout special, actually. Vikings at Lions. Lions are the other team with Seattle in the wild card at a 9-4 team, and hoping not the Eagles and Dallas beat up on each other, but they have to win this game. They're minus 7.5. I take the Lions. Jets at Tennessee. To me, Tennessee is the worst team in the league. So, them being the worst, and at home, I take the Jets plus the 1.5. Denver at the Chargers. Great game. AFC West showdown. Chargers, I picked them last week against Brady. Learned my lesson. I never bet against Brady. I say it every week, and I said, you know what, the Chargers have this one, and they didn't. They were leading. I don't think they're the team they were at the beginning of the year. I'm going to go with Denver minus the 4. San Fran at Seattle. Last week, San Fran was minus 9.5 against Oakland. I took Oakland, and Oakland not only covered, they won. San Fran at Seattle 9.5. I think Seattle. I think that's a little high spread. I think it will go down. But if I had to pick it, I would pick Seattle minus 9.5, maybe win by 10. Kind of stay away from that game, but I would take Seattle minus 9.5 to be on the record. Sunday Night Football, one of my favorite games, Dallas at Philly. Dallas is the only team on the road that is undefeated. To put that in, so Dallas is plus 3.5 on the road, which is undefeated, and need this game just as bad as Philly. Whoever wins this game is in first place in the NFC East. And I see one of these teams not making it because I see the Lions don't have as hard as a schedule, and the Seahawks are the Seahawks from last year. They're coming back. So one of these teams are not going to make it, Dallas or Philly. I believe this game is going to prove to who makes the playoffs with this game. Dallas comes out plus 3.5. They're a better team. That's how I feel. Monday Night Football against Saints in a horrible division, the NFC South, against the Bears, hopeless Bears. Jay Cutler, just disappointment, disgrace, depressed. And also Brandon Marshall's out for the season. I take the Saints in a roller coaster, year plus the 3 points. So just to go over everything real quick, Arizona plus 4.5. Kansas City minus 10. Baltimore minus 13.5. Pittsburgh minus 2.5. Indy minus 6.5. Cincinnati at a pick. Patriots minus 7.5. Carolina minus 3.5. Giants minus 6.5. Pack minus 5. Lions minus 7.5. Jets plus 1.5. Denver minus 4. Seattle minus 9.5. Dallas on Sunday Night Football plus 3.5, and Monday Night Football, the Saints plus 3. And now for my NFL locks. I will give you 3 NFL locks to sure to win. Okay? Number 1, Packers at the Bills. The Bills will play defense, but they will not catch up on offense. As the more the Packers score, the more the Bills will lose track, and they can't just run the ball. It will get out of hand. So Packers minus 5 is my number 1 lock. My next lock is Sunday Night Football, Dallas at Philly. I love this game. Dallas, like I said, is undefeated on the road. One of these two teams is not going to get the wild card because I believe Arizona will keep that division, and it will be the Lions and Seattle in the wild card. And whoever wins this game is to take Dallas as a lock plus 3.5 on the road. And last but not least, Cincinnati at Cleveland. Johnny's first game starting. I think he plays well, but not good enough. I take Cincinnati with a pick. 3 locks. Number 1, Packer minus 5 against the Bills at 1 on Sunday. Cincinnati at a pick at 1 on Sunday. And Sunday Night Football, Dallas plus 3.5. Good luck. Hope you take my advice. I hope it helps you. And I'll see you guys next week.